It feels like a lot, doesn't it? But hold on, take a moment, and imagine, what if we had time? Here in the UAE, where the sands of time have birthed a nation where nothing is impossible. What if we had time to heal? Heal ourselves, heal the world. What problems could we solve? What future could we create? Could we discover what's down here? And what's out there? Could we breathe deeper, live louder, laugh longer? What if we had time? What if we had time? What could our future look like?
Is aging a fact of life? Can it be slowed? Or can aging be reversed? The biggest cause of death is not cancer, heart disease, or any other ailment. It's aging. Aging is the biggest killer. So we need to look at aging as an epidemic. Longevity is possibly the greatest challenge we face today as a society. And when we talk about longevity, we don't just mean increasing lifespans of people. We mean increasing their health spans, making people healthier for longer. So we need a healthcare revolution. How can we make people healthy for their whole life so that they live longer and a fuller life? If we don't focus on health spans, we have a flip side. An economic reality is facing us. Globally, we are facing a major demographic shift. Today, over 8% of the global population is aged over 64. By 2050, this will more than double to 1.6 billion. Breakthroughs in medicine, public health, social and economic development have resulted in the extension of human lifespans over the centuries. This is a triumph for humanity, a great triumph. It provides new opportunities, however, as well as new challenges. Currently, population aging is straining economies, health system, and social structures worldwide. But it doesn't have to be that way. We see just on the horizon an explosion of new medicines, treatments, technologies, preventive and social strategies that will transform the way we age to ensure better health, function, productivity during a period of extended longevity. So when it comes to aging, how can we positively impact our economy and the world at large? So let's break it down to a common denominator. Time. Time is the common denominator. Time is the common denominator when we analyze aging, when we define something to be efficient, when we want to be productive, or have the ability to learn more, teach more, is the common denominator we need to focus on. How do we get more time? How do we master time? How do we unlock time? All to our advantage. So now that we've broken it down, the most valuable commodity humankind has is time. But how do we define time? Is it a unit of measure? Or is it the reason why my beard is going white? Or, as per Einstein's theory of relativity, is time just an illusion? Looking at it on a daily basis, we are all taking advantage of time. Instead of going to a different country by sea, we use an airplane. It's faster. Instead of writing a letter, we send a WhatsApp message. It's faster. And the list can go on all evening. But why stop here? Let's recall what we were taught back in school in Economics 101. We were taught that there are 4 factors of production: land, labor, capital, enterprise. Well, I disagree. I believe there's a 5th factor of production, and that is time. Time is the factor of production that we need to unlock to our advantage. We need to understand the common denominator for better efficiency, faster results, and extended health span is all underscored by time. When we use technology or any application to create efficiency, the ultimate outcome that we're looking for is actually unlocking time. We were also taught in Economics 101 the concept of supply and demand. So as we increase the supply side of our local economy, we need to, in parallel, work on increasing the demand side of our economy. Where am I going with all of this? Let me take you to the future. It's the year 2071. The UAE is celebrating its 100th anniversary as a nation, and Abu Dhabi is now recognized as a city with the highest life expectancy globally. And Abu Dhabi is now the global center for longevity, where people around the world say, I want to move my home, my domicile to Abu Dhabi, to live in a city where I will live longer, healthier, and a fuller life. Wouldn't it be better to have a vision to live till 101 by the year 2071? Life expectancy currently revolves around 76 years. So if we increase the life expectancy from 76 to 101, we've added an extra 25 years of demand to the economy. Notice what we've just done? We've unlocked time by adding extra demand simply by having our people live longer. Not only will this adjustment increase the demand side, but Abu Dhabi, now the global center for longevity, will also attract the best global minds to migrate to Abu Dhabi, which will support us in building a knowledge-based economy. All put together, this gives us a sustainable and a prosperous future. So this brings us to the health migration question. What is health migration? You know, when my parents were young, people around the world used to say, let's migrate to America, the land of opportunity. Well, in the same way as the world migrated to America, the land of opportunity, we will make them migrate to Abu Dhabi, the land of longevity. But we need to act on this now. Urbanization is a trend we cannot ignore. As 70% of the world population we live in, as 70% of the world population will live in cities by the year 2050. In the future, I see there will be a rise in cities focusing on longevity. Cities that offer an ecosystem where both the health system and longevity will play a key role in attracting migration. This is health migration. As the health span of people increases, so will their wealth span. While there are age-friendly cities around the world, and those are good places to retire, our focus should be on longevity-focused cities, where people will remain professionally, mentally, socially, and economically active for as long as possible. Attracting this kind of health migration to Abu Dhabi will contribute towards our population increase and economic development. Best of all, we can industrialize longevity and make it a magnet to attract health migration, as this will lead to a creation of a new asset class, a very valuable asset class, and that is longevity. We need to recognize it, we need to harness it, and we need to work towards building longevity as an asset class. And why is it so important that we focus on this now? Simply because we cannot afford to miss the boat. It's not just a nice have, but rather a must have. The world is changing exponentially. I believe we are approaching the singularity. I define singularity in a simple way. Our brain has 30 billion neurons and a certain compute power. The day the compute power of computers surpasses that of the brain, we as humans will not be able to tell the difference between what is real and what is digital. For me, that inflection point is the singularity. And the only thing holding it back today is compute power. So we need to recognize that we are already in the midst of the fourth industrial revolution. And we don't have a choice. If we want to survive, we have to embrace the Industry 4.0. And I'll explain it with a personal example. My youngest daughter is 4 years old. In the year 2062, she will be 44 years old. I often wonder and question myself, how will she, along with her children, access healthcare in the future? The fourth industrial revolution is a fusion of the physical, digital, and biological worlds. And at Pure Health, we are building a future where the healthcare will be in the cloud. Augmented reality, stem cell medicine, nanotechnology, gene editing, personalized medicine are all already on our roadmap. But what we need to plan for is the dawn of the fifth industrial revolution, when I believe we will stand witness to a new renaissance period in humanity, when robots and mankind will come into unison, and with the help of machine learning and robotics, we will be able to further unlock time. For example, let's say that we have output X today by doing a 40-hour work week. Tomorrow, we will have the same output X by having a 10-hour work week. So we have unlocked 30 hours per week. What do we do with this extra time? How do we use it? How do we maximize it? This is precisely why I believe we will reach a new renaissance period for humanity, because we will have extra time. We will contribute more. We will discover more. We will learn more things. We will spend more time doing activities we enjoy, spend more time with our loved ones, spend more time in the arts, poetry, and everything else that we have to sacrifice today because we are always running against time. That's the power of unlocking time. Now imagine a future where even AI is redefined. I believe in a future where AI will no longer mean artificial intelligence, but rather it will stand for always immortal. Always immortal, not in the sense of eternal life, but in the sense that all intelligence in the world can live forever and become part of a feedback loop which will propel exponential growth and help us achieve development in science, technology, and longevity. In this way, our thoughts, our work, our ways of thinking will forever remain harnessed for the betterment of humanity. I was recently asked if I think all of this is possible. And I said, today, no. But tomorrow, yes. Just because something is not possible today doesn't mean that we limit our thoughts and not think about the future and the immense possibilities it brings. Finally, I want to shed light on something which is close to my heart. As we work towards achieving longevity and increasing the health span of people, where people will live longer, we cannot have extended lifespan if our planet is not sustainable and livable. I'm talking about our role as global citizens in the wake of climate change. It's ironic. This last summer holidays, my parents stayed with me here in the UAE because they were complaining it was too hot for them in London. People often ask me, what worries you? I say, I'm worried about climate change. Because on climate change, we are running out of time. And I'm not only talking about how warm it will get. It's about the dangers of the sea levels rising. More than 40% of the world lives close to the sea. And at the rate at which climate change is happening, we are losing the race in moving cities further inland away from the sea. If we lose the ice caps from Greenland to Antarctica, sea levels will rise to the height of the left elbow of the Statue of Liberty. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is gracious by giving us the ability to be here today and to give us the knowledge to know that we can make a difference, that we can make a positive impact. I look at my children and I feel guilty about the kind of world we are leaving for them behind. What will they say when the challenges they face in their future lives is a result of how we left them the planet? I talked about the longevity of humankind today, but in equal measure, we all need to work towards the longevity of our planet. We only have one planet. Well, at least for now. So we need to take climate change seriously and play our part in order to leave our next generation with a planet that is livable and sustainable. With the COP27 around the corner and COP28 just a year away, hosted here in the UAE, it is a responsibility of all of us to ensure we achieve net zero not only by 2050, but much before that. I thank you all for your attention, and I thank you for your time.
Who hasn't tried to control it, change it, master it, repeat it, avoid it, or come face to face with it? But without question, no one has ever had enough of it. Time is blind. It is neither kind nor sparing. But then, there's a time for everything. Time is pure. It is refined and unblended. And yet, it's both limited and unlimited. We've been waiting for the arrival of a panacea that will bridge humanity and possibility, life and longevity. Because when time itself is not time-bound, it is unlocked and amplified with purity, unity, resilience, and energy. From the United Arab Emirates to the world, to bring you the science of life, the science of health, the science of longevity.
The stage is set, but what will it sound like? What will it feel like? When today meets tomorrow, when the spark meets the execution, when man meets machine. How do you bring this future to life? Do we have the technology today to make your tomorrow?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I've been given the impossible task to sum up in the next few minutes on where healthcare has been and where it's going next. Now, whenever you hear leading experts talk about healthcare, there is a common theme in their conversations: technology. Technologies all over the world are getting faster, better, smarter, cheaper. And it's enabling us to think and act upon healthcare in many new and innovative ways. Just to set the tone on how fast-paced technology is going, I'm going to refer to Moore's law. You must be all familiar with it. The power of computing gets faster and cheaper. But what's happening now is that the amount of time that it takes to discover, uncover, find solutions in technologies is also getting shorter and shorter. Your smartphones are getting better and better. And pretty soon, your smartphones are going to convert into your smart glasses. And then these glasses will be replaced by a smart lens, by which you'll be able to see your metaverse. I actually believe the term metaverse is better suited to the realities of healthcare. We have technologies which we're shrinking into the brains of patients to enable them to communicate. We're all familiar with Stephen Hawking's brilliant man, unfortunate disease, but with the power of technology, it enabled him to communicate with the world. Now, moving forward, I believe such technologies would be streamlined to enable all of us to achieve a higher level of connectivity. Now, how do we apply that to medicine? At Pure Health, we're in the process of not just converting or converging different technologies, but also different fields. From AI and diagnostics, bio and nanotechnology, digital therapeutics, we're in the process of bringing everything together. So much so that at Pure Health, we know and believe that this vision, the vision which has been set out for all of us by Farhan, by Pure Health, is not going to be possible if all healthcare verticals work in isolation. So we've successfully integrated and merged them together under one umbrella for them to have a joint purpose, for them to have the shared responsibility to achieve one vision. Now, as much as we talk about the future, but it's unfortunate that the current healthcare system is still stuck in the last 10 years. I recently visited a diagnostic center, and I got a scan done, and they gave me my scan results on a CD. This is an actual image of that CD. Believe it or not. I mean, I don't even own a CD-ROM player. I don't know if any one of you guys own one. Please do let me know, and I'll come by, and I'll see what's inside that CD. But that's a common phenomenon. We talk about moving forward, but we're still stuck in our old mindsets. We've built silos on how we access healthcare based on body parts, not based on genetics. And while the entire world, we've got the rest of the industries, they're going rapidly towards the fourth industrial revolution, but healthcare, dependent upon country to country, is still stuck at the tail end of the second or the beginning of the third industrial age. But COVID was a game changer. I like to refer to COVID as the Chief Transformation Officer of healthcare. COVID catapulted the healthcare towards the fourth industrial revolution and showed what was possible with forced adoption of technology. Your physical assets were no longer relevant. People didn't visit them anymore. Your pharmacies were no longer relevant. It actually enabled the first step of healthcare in the cloud. Now, as Bill Gates famously said, we tend to overestimate what we can do in 1 year and underestimate what we can do in 10. 10 years ago, if someone were to tell you that the smartphone that you have today would have the capabilities that it possesses, would you have believed them? Or that you would have a smart watch which has the ability to do your EKGs, which can track your fitness, VO2 max, resting heart rates, make phone calls, would you have believed that? Or that the evolution of social media is actually going towards metaverse. So why are we and our mindsets holding us back into imagining what can happen in the next 10 years? Why are we not opening our minds to the possibilities? As Farhan said, today is not possible, but tomorrow it is. Now, in order to explain this in a much more creative way, I've taken the liberty to craft out a journey for all of you. So please bear with me while I take you on this journey. Imagine a child being born. Now, his healthcare journey doesn't start from there. Many would argue that by then we've already lost valuable time. A handheld monitoring device is used to scan the child to monitor the development of the baby. A whole genome sequencing is done prior to birth to map out the next 100 years of this child's life, to better prepare this child for the journey ahead of him. Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce you to Ahmed. Now, Ahmed is a beautiful boy who loves playing soccer. During one of his practice sessions, his coach notices an abnormal growth on his arm. His coach takes a picture with a normal cell phone, and through the power of computer vision, he sends the image to an AI-enabled engine which compares the image with millions of images on real time to come up with an accurate prognosis. Stage 0 of cancerous melanoma is detected. Intervention is administered. Risk is eliminated. Ahmed continues on his journey as a beautiful and young boy now, and we can see what's going to replace a PlayStation addiction in the future. Ahmed's hobby becomes his passion, and he gets recruited to be a part of his national soccer team. That's where his digital twin is created. Now, age a digital twin 40 years, and you can see any and all problematic areas where Ahmed himself would face. You can try all kinds of drugs, molecules, supplements on the digital twin to see how Ahmed's body would respond to that. All to enable Ahmed to achieve peak performance and for Ahmed to be the pride of his nation. Sadly, all good things in life must end. It's time for Ahmed to get married. And while the celebrations are taking place and everyone's having a great time, we're going to talk a little bit about vanity now. As important as healthcare for some people, Ahmed notices his hairline is receding. Gets very worried. After all, he's about to get married. He sends a few strands of his hair to the stem cell lab to cultivate the stem cells for regrowth and regeneration so Ahmed can start a new chapter in his life. Let's congratulate Ahmed on that. Now let's speak about the IoT in Ahmed's journey.
Good morning, Ahmed. You slept well. 524 minutes of confirmed sleep. 41.5% REM.
Our healthcare integrated life coach will not be dependent just on clinical data that's going to be coming in or from our wearables, but data from our smart homes are going to be integrated into everyone's personalized health journey. Smart bathrooms, smart mirrors would be running real-time diagnostics, constantly updating and realigning the healthcare journey of Ahmed to be better and to live healthier and longer. Now, as some of us face difficulties, Ahmed also hits a rough patch in his life, and his smart life coach detects the change and alerts him.
Ahmed, you seem depressed. Would you like me to make you an appointment with a life coach?
Most of the people who are facing a certain issue or are depressed don't even know it, actually. But your smart life coach would have the ability because it's mapping your behavioral patterns over years and years. So as soon as it detects an anomaly, a change, it has the capability to run that data and compare it with millions of other data touch points that it has to come up with the right diagnosis and to administer that intervention. Now, Ahmed is a seasoned individual with decades under his belt. How many of us would wish that we have the wisdom we have today with the looks we had 20 years ago? All is well in the preventive realm of care, but unfortunately, no human being or AI can predict everything. Unfortunately, Ahmed gets into an accident which massively damages his heart. Bioprinting of organs and stem cell regeneration will be mainstream. And that is what, accompanied with the robotic surgery, enables Ahmed to get a new lease on life and to continue on his journey. It's a beautiful day, and Ahmed is certainly making the most of it.
Good morning, Ahmed. Happy birthday. How does it feel to be 101?
We're looking at a future where we won't have multiple data touch points, but one integrated life coach to measure our digitome, to enable proactive, preventive care. We're moving into an era where we don't get sick. We don't get cancer. Our organs don't fail. We predict for the next 100 years. We run probabilities on our digital twin, ultimately eliminating sick care, because that's what we do today, sick care, and bringing about proactive, preventive health care.
السلام عليكم. اسمي أحمد. أراكم جميعاً في المستقبل.
Now, based on what science and technology is showing us every day, I don't know when Ahmed's journey is going to end. And as Farhan said, AI stands for always immortal. Now, coming back to the present, to today, the dilemma very soon is not going to be technology adoption in healthcare. The dilemma would be what to do with all of that data. Data cultivation, interpretation, utilization by that one integrated life coach. So 10 years ago, we had 25,000 healthcare apps out there. Today, we have 350,000 healthcare apps out there. Who's going to make sense of all of that data? We don't want different technologies working on different tangents, whether it be wearables, whole genome sequencing, stem cells, digital twins. We want to integrate them into one solution to make sense of all of that data.
How long will it take?
Hi, Shasta. Your heart rate is above the normal range.
As you can see, I'm clearly very passionate about this.
Clearly.
To create the personalized life coach of every individual. I'm going to take a 30-second detour here just to add something. Do you know why I have the luxury of having this passion and why I have the confidence of knowing that we will achieve our mission and vision? It's because of the amazing team that is sitting right there. Now, AI is not going to replace clinicians and healthcare facilities, but healthcare facilities and clinicians who do not use AI will be replaced by the ones that do use AI. Now, another extremely important part of this entire health tech journey is the realm of crowdsourcing. We live in a crowdsourced world of data. You want to get from point A to point B on your journey, on your physical journey, you input your coordinates in Google Maps, Waze, crowdsourced world of data. What if we had a crowdsourced world of healthcare, where we started thinking of ourselves as beyond organ donors or blood donors, but as data donors? Imagine if millions of people from around the world were giving in their inputs on what reverses diabetes. What do we do about insomnia? How do we recover faster from radiation therapy? How do our bodies respond to certain vaccines? How our bodies or our nervous systems respond during certain pandemics? Imagine if we had the ability before COVID. We would have been running global clinical trials. Now, all of this connected health, AI health, predictive health will not be called digital health. It will just be called pure health. There is no difference. And that's the vision. That's the goal. We bend the curve. We increase the quality of life, thus increasing the health span and the lifespan. We give people time. And what is the value of time? Taking a leaf out of Farhan's speech here, I can't put a numerical value on time. I haven't been able to. What is the value? What is it? Is there a dollar value to it? Is there another numerical value which I can attribute to time? No. The best way I can describe the value of time is to ask all of you a simple question. What would you do? What would you give to get 5 minutes with someone you've lost? 5 months? 5 years? And that feeling that just came inside of you, that's the value of time. And that's our North Star. That's the vision. To make Abu Dhabi the land of longevity, where people from across the globe migrate into this beautiful city to live longer, healthier, happier lives. To give you the possibilities you dream of. To give you the memories you want to create. To give you the opportunities you want to explore. To give you time. Thank you. Thank you.
So, what if we had time?
I want to live healthier.
I want to live together.
I want to live kinder.
I want to live stronger.
I want to live wilder. I want to live grander.
I want to live faster.
I want to live longer.
However you want to live, you want to live with pure health, the science of longevity.
Now, do you see what I see? Do you see what our future can be? What it feels like? What it looks like? I am the North Star. I have seen the way, and I'm here to show you. The future of health is pure. The future is pure health.